Welcome back to Blueprint Bootcamp Tournament Edition. This week we're going to be working on drawing number 10, the CLEVIS mount. So stay tuned. All right, so this week we're going to be doing that CLEVIS mount. So let's jump on into our drawing in Onshape. We'll look at our print. So again, this was from our High School Heroes tournament that we did last year. This is drawing number 10. We take a look at what we got to do. It is a CLEVIS mount, tier 2. We're going to be using the plain carbon steel, and the unit system is going to be in inches, pounds, and seconds. So we will not have to change my units today. We draw everything normally in units. We have to figure out the mass of the part, which is 0.xxx pounds with a tolerance of 0.001 pounds. So it's a pretty tight tolerance. So let's take a look at what we're drawing. So this is our shape, our CLEVIS mount, and just by looking at it, I can tell that it's going to be symmetrical. If we look over here, I have my lines of symmetry, and we're going to be able to pretty much draw everything from this one face right here. So if we look, we're going to go over 2 1/4, 2.25 wide. We're going to go up 1/4 inch, kind of make ourselves a little base. We're going to go up 2 inches to our hole, kind of draw some stuff here. We're going to have a radius of 0.625. And if we look over here, our wall thickness is going to be 0.25. Overall, we're going to go 225 wide. And so let's jump in and let's make this guy. All right, so once we are in Onshape, the way I'm going to kind of tackle this is I think I'm going to go from the right view. So if we go ahead and click the right plane, again, our units are in inches. So I'm going to go Shift and S to start a sketch on that right plane, N to normalize, P to hide my planes. And I think I'm going to do a rectangle. Letter G, corner rectangle. So I'm going to go 2.25 by 0.25 to get my quarter by 2 1/4. Then I'm going to go up with a circle that is 0.5 as a through hole. I'm going to offset or do another circle out here that needs to have a radius of 0.625. So if you don't know how to do that, radius is half the diameter. So if I just did 0.625 times 2, I get the same thing. I'm going to do a line that goes from here to here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to tangent that. So I'm going to tell those two to tangent, but I'm also going to tell this to be vertical and can come through. Now for speed, I wouldn't need to trim this off, but to try to get the overall shape, we can go there, and I'm going to go a line, and I'm going to dimension from here to here. Needs to be 2 inches to my center. Last thing I'm going to do is again draw a line from here to here and make sure we get that tangent. And now I can do Shift and E. And what's cool is I can go the full distance of, so go symmetrical 2.25. So I got my whole plate right there. We'll say okay. And if I turn my part back on, my sketch back on, a really cool way I like doing this is taking here and here, all of these on the inside, and I'm going to do another extrude, but this time I'm going to do a remove symmetrical, and I know my walls are 0.25, so just do some 2.25 minus 0.5. We get our piece like so. We'll say okay. That's going to cut it out in the same direction. I need to come in and assign my material. So right click, assign material, open up our custom materials. It needs to be plain carbon steel. We'll say okay. Come on here to the weight. Final weight I have is exactly 0.858 pounds, which is correct. with a tolerance of 0.001 plus or minus, so you can be 0.857 all the way up to 0.859. So pretty quick little way to do that, but I'm going to kind of back it up a little bit and show you another way to do this. So for speed, if I drew it like this, another way you could go about doing this is starting a sketch on this backside, Shift and S, and to normalize, and then using a center point rectangle to go like so. And instead of giving it dimensions right there, you just say, hey, from here to here, 0.25, from here to here, 0.25, and then just pull this up over the top and extrude through all. Sometimes I like to just do symmetrical remove instead of swapping the directions, because symmetrical will pull it both directions and you still end up with the same overall shape. So if again, same thing with the holes, if you wanted to draw the hole tool and then go, or it's even, you know what, we could start completely over. Let me show this way. So if instead of starting on our right plane, if we started on our front plane and I wanted to do just an overall block that needs to be 2.25 wide and then 2 tall, I would extrude that to 2.25. And so now I have my brick, right? And then at this point, I would be able to kind of draw my, let's normalize that view, hide those planes. I could draw my circles like I need to, and then add that corner. So I could say, hey, 0.625 times 2. This needs to be 0.5. Again, the dimension from here to here should already be that 2, which we've already had. And then I could go up tangent dimension from here to here, 0.25. And then I could add this to it. The only thing I don't like about that is that as I go to extrude that, now I would go up to face, kind of come that way, and then now I would have to cut some more stuff out. So it's however you really want to do it. But after then, like I said, remove all this through all. Again, I then would have to add on that back side, do a center rectangle, dimension here, 0.25, dimension here, 0.25, and extrude, remove through all, and we got our shape again. So we'll check our material. Again, plain carbon steel, and we still have the 858. So it's however you want to do it. Again, whatever you're fastest at. The whole idea behind this is, you know, we're training you for those tournaments and getting faster and getting better. The better you are at doing drawings faster in quicker repetition, the more reps you do, the better you're going to be, because you just learn those tools and you learn how to do them quicker. So if you ever watched like anybody make something with their hands off of a computer and like they actually like are doing like the craftsman type stuff, it's insane some of these tricks that people have picked up. You know, I have a friend whose family owns a donut shop, and watching some of the guys in the bakers in the back make the donuts, it's they have these techniques that they've used for years. If you ever watched anybody make pizza or anybody in the food industry, they got ways of making things quick and just working in general. And if you've ever watched anybody pick vegetables or work in the fields, there's some crazy techniques that people have come up with on how to save time and get the most efficient workflow going. So anytime you can do that in any kind of work that you're doing, it's going to be 10 times better. I mean, you watch chefs in these, fancy restaurants, they pre-cut everything so they can just go and dump and move what they need to, and everything's pre-portioned and ready to go. So that's going to do it for us today. We're on drawing number 10. Next week we'll start with number 11. And I hope you guys are liking this. I saw some comments and some posts about they want more 3D printing material. I think I'm going to get through the rest of this series. I might do a couple videos dump all at the same time because I got some other things I want to jump into. I got my new Bamboo Labs 3D printer, so I've been making some cool stuff. I'm in a class through UC Merced, so I made this sign. Was one of our labs actually that was due today. So if that's something you're interested in learning about, let me know down in the comments, and we will do a video for you guys. So that's gonna do it for me. You guys take care.